Check one, check two. Okay, we made it through another week. It is Friday at 11:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Disclaimer out of the way. This is not financial advice. This is only to be used for entertainment, as always. So, Million Token, it is doing okay. This is the 4-hour chart. We have a bounce in between the 21 moving average and the 50-day moving average on the 4-hour chart. It looks like we're going to retest it again for a second time. So, see, a couple of days ago, I bought a few tokens here, or a couple hundred tokens here on the 15th. We retested those levels, so somebody's holding the line, and broke through the 4-hour, which is bullish. But like I said yesterday, this descending channel is quite steep, so I wouldn't mind it kind of going sideways before we totally break out. So, we got rejected here on the 50 on the September 12th, and we didn't even touch it, and we got pulled down. That and Bitcoin is looking kind of bearish. In general, the altcoins are looking a little bearish, but it's not so bad if you've got the stomach to just hodl it out. Solana, I bought some earlier today. It's down almost 40% from the high. I think I bought it when it was 37% down. Yeah. But it could go down lower, right? It could go down 50, 60% instead of 37%. But yeah, so Million Token, it's just dollar cost averaging. So, this is a long descending channel, steep, and maybe we're going sideways now. We're just peeking out of it. But we could be bouncing around here in a little bit. And beside my other thoughts on why the market's a little bearish, I heard that next Friday the futures expiration are going to happen. So I'm thinking for the next 7 days, it could be sideways motion or down until that expiration date happens. It always seems to be, the market kind of feels bearish toward the end of the month, and then the first 2 weeks of the month are usually really good. So if that continues, then we could retest these lower levels, right? On Million Token. Let's take a look at those levels now. So we did find support at the $14.28 here. And then a little bit of support, a little bit lower than that, just above $14, would be $14.11. And these are some other levels I'm looking at, but I wouldn't trust them. I'd probably go all the way down to the midline or something like that. I hope that doesn't happen. We can catch a bottom somewhere in the $13 range again, going all the way down to $11. I don't think that's going to happen, even if the market's quite bearish. Unless a Million Token whale decides to dump it like they did here. One guy did that. So, it's all about Bitcoin, right? The market revolves around Bitcoin. So on Bitcoin, let's take a look at the RSI. Anything there in the RSI? Now we are kind of trending up. Maybe we can bounce off, but in a bull run, we want to be trading above, like where these yellow arrows are. We want to be above these red dashes, find support somewhere in the middle here and bounce up. And generally right now we're kind of bouncing down below these red lines or red dashes. We broke out here once, but that's when that was just a bullish action. I think we came from all the way down the bottom of the descending channel, made a good run up, but it got rejected. But we never really came all the way back down to this descending channel, so that's pretty good. These are all some pretty deathly looking wicks. So if you got your limit orders on the Polygon network, yeah, you can get them filled if a whale decides to dump. I got some filled below $13, I think somewhere around this dump here, and I only had it on Polygon network for 2 or 3 days, I think, and then I just happened to look at my wallet and it was filled like the day before. So that takes a lot of stress out. You never know. You can catch one of these wicks, but it happens in a minute. You can't, when it happens, you cannot hook up your wallet and press buy fast enough. So you have to have something like a limit order, or you could use like Gate.io or L Bank or whatever exchange has Million Token. So what else is there? Let's take a look on the 4-hour chart. The MACD, it's trending up. The RSI is kind of trending up, but we could still dip a little bit below, or bounce off some of these supports. I got paid today, but I'm not going to FOMO in and buy right now. I feel like the market's a little bearish, so I'm going to just buy, a little bit every day. Like I bought $200 here and there. I picked up some more ETH today just for some gas because, if I put these big orders in, for me, it's still advantageous for me to use Uniswap. If it's a couple $1,000, I get more Million Token that way, as opposed to if I was on Polygon Network, just because the liquidity is not quite there yet. But that probably will change someday, hopefully soon. So Bitcoin, this is the 4-hour chart. And man, it looks like, yeah, we're above the exponential ribbon, but I mean, we're getting really squeezed between the 200-day moving average and the 50-day moving average. To me, it doesn't look so good. Yeah, we had a big pump here, but we rolled over and yeah, broke support. But let's take a look on the daily chart. We're the top range of the daily chart of the exponential ribbon. We could go back down and retest down here, which would be like 45,316. And if that happens, I'm sure we're going to get good prices on alts. But if Bitcoin kind of goes sideways, generally alts do well too. But I mean, it's time for Bitcoin to make that run up to 65,000. It just seems like it's taken a long time. So we've been kind of going sideways since August 13th. Yeah, like a whole month. Let's take a look on the weekly chart for Bitcoin. Yeah, we want to get back up here. It looks bullish on the weekly, because we bounced twice off the 21 moving average, which is generally the support range. If we tested a third time, right, that brings us down to almost 43,728, and we can still go down at the lower range of the exponential ribbon, which is 36,234. So, maybe we might go down in these lower levels next week to shake out the weak hands, and then when the futures expire on Friday next week, then we continue going up. So keep that in mind, just dollar cost average. So I finished yesterday the NFT pricing. It's all in there for the first 10, and just put in my name up here at OpenSea, Tim_MM_Hodler, which is the same for my Twitter account. The only two black and whites, one is in the 1 through 10 collection. The other one is this, it says one below it, White Lion first edition for Hodler. So if you click on that, and you can read the description here. Basically, I wanted this free NFT to go to people that have been around at least since August 6th. So if you have a wallet address that has Million Token in it since August 6th or before and haven't sold or transferred any Million Token out of it, then all you have to do is, make an offer. You click make offer and put in like 0.001 ETH, something's really small, just so I see it. And then, which is like $1, or you could go 0.0001, and it's probably in the pennies. I'm not sure, but just some small amount. And then I will, click on your profile and it'll show your address. So you have to create an OpenSea account with the address that has your Million Token. And it's anonymous because I don't know who you are, but I get to see your address. And then, I'll just go to Etherscan and see. So like, let's say this guy, DDACA5, if he sent me an offer, I would just pull this up and you see all these outs. He wouldn't be eligible. So don't even place an offer. I just want to see all green ends. So if we went to this guy, yeah, they're all green. And then I'll go to the second page. I'll check, when he first got a million token. Yeah, they're all green. So this guy would be eligible for a million token. 77 days ago. So he got it on the second day of launch. So he'd be eligible. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. If just offer one NFT per address, and then I'm going to log it if I send it to you. And then, because I don't want you to you could sell it, but don't request another one, right? It's only one NFT per address. And if I see some address, putting in more than one offer that, if I already gave him one, I'm just going to ban that address. You're not going to be eligible for future NFTs. But, I don't think there's a lot of hodlers out there that have held since August 6th. Now, if there's some stipulation, I think there was one address here. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, these are all green ins, and then he had one transfer out. But when I clicked on it, let's see now, out to this address. So yeah, he's all green. He just sent it to another address, but he never sold any. So he'd actually, well, it depends when he bought 61 days ago. See, that would be July 18th. So this address would be eligible. Yeah, June, July. But the previous address, you might have two addresses available. Was it this one right here? I just go to the last one, and he bought it at August 11th. So this particular address wouldn't be available because it wasn't bought before August 6th or on August 6th, but his other address was available. So this must be a newer account for him. So, give me, you could have more than one address, but that one address has to have million token bought between, July 1st and August 6th, including August 6th, and no transfers or selling. But if the transfer went to another wallet, like I showed, that had just all buys, then you're cool. So, I think I made maybe 3 sales yesterday. It was only like $10.31. So I think I might need some of that ETH to pay for gas for these free NFTs, more or less. So I'll buy a million token. I think the hodlers are probably the ones that follow me anyway. So probably in a week or two, if more NFTs sell and I'm done with giving out the White Lion NFTs, then I'll just transfer whatever profits into million token on the blockchain. So what else is new? Let me see what's in the comment section. Yep. Let's go Million Army. Basically the coin's not gonna do anything anytime soon. Yeah, I think I'm okay with it kind of going sideways. If it goes down low, man, these wicks are getting bought up real fast. But if we enter this descending channel, it could be a slow bleed like this, right? Since September 6th, we kind of just trickled down, which gives everybody a chance to buy. I mean, if you have a giant wick like that, if you don't have a limit order, you're not going to buy it. So again, Gate.io, Polygon Network, and I think L-Bank. What else is new? I mentioned Solana a long time ago. It's been doing really well. I just wanted to mention real quick Serum. And I bought some, actually. It must have been right when they launched. I saw like a tweet about it or something like that. And I bought it at $1.82. Just a small amount, like a couple $100 worth. It was like maybe 400, 200, whatever an ETH was. I sold an ETH for Serum. And didn't buy any since, but it's done really well. If you don't know Serum, I think it's integrated. That's up 450% right now. Serum, I think, is integrated with Solana. And when I was doing research with Solana and Million Token, it's really cool. I mean, look up the YouTube channels on Solana and Serum. It's like a decentralized exchange. Obviously, you could buy and sell Million Token, but you could do it with a lot of other wrapped coins, like even including Bitcoin, right? So you could go to your Coinbase account, put in your cash, right? Convert that to, let's say, USDC, send that over to your Solana decentralized exchange on Serum, and then buy wrapped Bitcoin, and then you could actually unwrap that and send that to your wallet, your cold wallet. And the reason why I bring this up is because, if you're buying and selling on Coinbase, they're going to have like all your records for the IRS and stuff. If you want more privacy, it's probably the next step is just, send your USDC over to decentralized exchange and buy Bitcoin or whatever, Million Token or other altcoins that way. And, I don't know, there's probably going to be some extra fees in there because, you're transferring out USDC, but it's a small amount. Like, I think my last transfers out of ERC20 tokens was like $6. But, I don't know how trackable that is for Coinbase once you're on a decentralized exchange. It's probably somewhat trackable, but it's a step harder for them. And then let's in the future, you're cash it out and you're on that Serum decentralized exchange, and then you could cash out some Bitcoin for some USDC, and you have to send that back to your Coinbase, but you have to eventually want to send that to your bank to pay your bills or whatever, right? But Coinbase only sees USDC come in and out, right? They don't know what's taxable or whatever. I mean, you got to be responsible and figure that taxes out yourself. But man, these tax regulations, like Biden's asking banks to like report anything that's $600 or over to the IRS, which is like ridiculous, right? I mean, that's like everybody's monthly mortgage payment. And, I guess I don't pay a lot of stuff that's $600 and over, but it just doesn't even seem like a lot of money. And it's going to burden the banks, and privacy is going to go in the toilet. So my point is, when I was researching the Serum and decentralized exchanges on Solana, they kind of like teamed up. It looks fantastic. And right now, Solana is down like 37%. Serum's down 28%. Man, if we have another drop like this of 80%, and now that would take us to somewhere back in the $3-4 range or so. And right now we're at 980. Man, I'm gonna load up a lot on Serum. I'm just mentioning that out there because I mentioned like this with Solana like months ago, and it like 4 or 5x. So it's coming down. Wonder what the fib levels will be if we go to the bottom here to the top. Maybe we could bounce between the low $6.50 would be a good buy somewhere in the middle there. Something I'm watching. And nothing really to say on the altcoins. They're looking good. As long as it's kind of going the upward direction, we're good. I'm surprised they're actually doing this well. We really haven't had like the strong corrections we had back in 2016. Little tiny ones compared to what we had back here. I think maybe because the crypto market is maturing and things are actually being developed, where back in 2016 it was like more or less white papers and you're just you hoping that the project's going to go through, where now we actually have decentralized exchanges. And I remember like Jack Dorsey, I think he's building a decentralized Bitcoin exchange. I think he probably wants it where it's unwrapped up. Yeah, you don't want to wrap it with anything. I don't know what he's going to do. But I mean, you could buy Bitcoin now on a decentralized exchange with Serum and Solana and send it to your cold wallet, like your Trezor or Ledger device. So hopefully Jack at Twitter will make it somewhat easier. using the Lightning Network, and the fees would be like non-existent. So that, I'm hoping that's what he has in mind. So that's the update on Million Token. Is now we're having a hard time breaking above $15.30. Maybe we could wick up to $17.11. I don't know. I feel like the market feels kind of bearish, even though the on-chain analysis is still bullish. And then the update on the NFTs. So hope they take off, but if it doesn't, it's okay. It was just a fun experiment, and you get a free NFT basically. So keep an eye on Bitcoin, keep an eye on Million Token HODL, and buy the dips if you can catch them, or use limit orders, or just dollar cost average. I probably will buy, $100, $200 here or there for the next 7 days, or 2 weeks. Yeah, probably next 7 days. I think I get money like almost every 7 or 14 days, depending upon when pay period rolls around. Yeah, as General Crypto says, Million Token will break out when people less expect it. Yeah, I would probably agree with that. I mean, nobody thought Million Token was going to break out here on September 12th, and it went up a lot. That went up, 21, almost 21%. Yeah, you never know when a whale comes in and just buys. I saw when we had this, I bought down here, and this big candle here on the 15th. I went on to the Liquidity and the Etherscan. Somebody bought two big buys. It was like one buyer was like $20,000, and the other buyer was like $10,000, I think. So somebody bought $30,000. It was basically an equivalent of just over, I think, 3,000 million tokens. 3,000 tokens. More than that. And I was like, wow. I don't know if that was a whale coming back. Maybe he had sold and they're buying back in, thinking that he can break out of this channel. But that was a big buy. I think that was a one person causing that. I don't have the address set up. I saw that yesterday though. But I don't think he sold, because it would be a big dump if he did, right? It wouldn't be trickling down. Although this looks like a big dump on the 4 hour. Any other questions? I'm not sure if I'm going to do a live feed again this weekend, unless something drastic changes. I don't see anything drastic changing probably for another week, until after the Bitcoin futures expire next Friday. So it's nice to see Million Token above the 4 hour 21 moving average, but it looks like it's getting squeezed, just like Bitcoin was getting squeezed. Okay, I think that wraps it up. I don't think there's anything else to cover, right? Nope. It's business as usual. Hope everybody has a great weekend. If you like this content, give me a like, subscribe, and please comment down below for the algorithms. Thanks.